3 times Defensive Player of the Year. Doesn't come like this, you know.
How did I get that? Well, I really believe I could have won it every year I played in the league. Like, if I had enough minutes and enough time, I would feel like I could win it.
Welcome to another episode of the Thanalysis Show with your one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Today we have somebody special. You can't see him yet. He's next to me. Hey, 3 times Defensive Player of the Year, 8 times All-Star, and a slam dunk champion, Dwight Howard.
What it do?
First of all, I don't get to interview a lot of people who can match my energy. I'm so hyped.
Yes, sir.
But I want to, you know what, before we get into the basketball stuff, everything, I want to ask first, how you doing, bro? How you been?
I am so amazing, man. I've had an awesome, it felt like it was summer, but I wouldn't say summer, but I guess I would say fall or whatever. I just got finished doing Dancing with the Stars, and it was the most fun I've had well, I mean, I always have fun, but I've had so much fun doing Dancing with the Stars, and I miss it, man. It was 9 weeks of intense dancing, training with 3 months. Yeah. The best time of my life.
I always think, like, TA, could you go to Dancing with the Stars? I mean, if they were like Crump, if he had like...
No,
like...
you can do it. See, like, you could do it. Like, I thought that you had to learn one style and just be stuck on one style, but it's like, this gets you, like, now you well-rounded, you well-versed. So it's like in basketball, you got a jump shot, you got post moves, you got threes. Like, you learning these different dance skills each week, and you only get 4 days to learn a dance. 4 days to learn the whole routine. So it's not something easy. Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, so let's go straight to NBA and basketball, right? And 3 times Defensive Player of the Year. I want to start with defense. I'm gonna give you some names, and you give me your how do you guard them, right? So Nikola Jokic off the rip. How do you guard him?
Jokic. Well,
that's what I need to know.
I would say with somebody like him, you gotta apply pressure the whole game. You can't allow him to be the one that's coming at you. Okay. You gotta be up on him the whole game. Yes. And you gotta force him to take tough shots. And he doesn't jump that high, so which means he's using his body, his weight, to kind of be his leverage. Yes. So I feel like with him, you gotta outmatch his energy. If he's playing against somebody that's energetic on both ends of the floor, that's gonna go for the rebound every play, that he gotta box out, he gotta see. My thing is, you gotta make him use energy in other areas of the game. Because usually time when he played defense, he's playing against a center that's not really having to do too much. Maybe just get a couple rebounds here and there, set a couple screens. He's able to take a step back on defense if I'm saying something wrong. But from what I've been watching, he's able to relax on defense a little bit because he's not playing against a Embiid every night or something like that. So it's a different game, but yeah, to stop Jokic, I would pressure him, just try to mentally get in his head. And then on offense, I'm going right at him. But see, when I played, I was getting the ball in the post. I think it'd be hard for him to have to guard me down there in that block because we had to score 1 or 2 dribbles. So, yeah, I'm going at him.
Okay, let me give another one. Joel Embiid. You just said him.
Joel Embiid. He is probably, I think, the toughest to guard because he knows how to flop. Okay. He knows how to use his size and his strength when he has to. He can shoot real well. So if I was checking him, I would have to beat him up and down the court, not let him get easy points. Don't go for no pump fakes. Usually when he gets it in his left hand, he does it with his right, but he likes the left like hezzy to the pull-up. You know what I'm saying? So I would be right up on that. So as soon as he have it like this, I'm crowding his space. Yes. Because I know he's either going to do like this and try to go around me. So I'm eating that space up. As soon as I see the ball come up, as soon as he go like this, I'm getting right up under him. So the next time he put it down,
yes,
he gonna have to turn his back or think about it. So yeah, Embiid he's one of those unicorns.
Yes, sir. What about Gian, big fella? How do you got Giannis?
Giannis. See, Giannis is a unicorn too because he's coming at you. He's catching the ball on the break. And he's coming at you Euro stepping. He got long arms. I would say with him, I would get up in him, pressure him as well.
Okay.
Back in my younger day, I'll probably get up in him, pressure him full court, or not full court, whatever they want me to pick him up. But he's one of those ones. That would have been a fun matchup. A young Howard and a prime Giannis.
And now the next question would be, how do you guard Shaq?
How do you guard Shaq?
And all these guys are kind of obviously Giannis is not a center, but he's a hybrid.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's a hybrid.
I want to see
how would I guard him?
Yeah.
With Shaq, see, I'm really like 6'9", 6'10", so a lot of these guys is taller than me. So me guarding Shaq, I would use the fact that he's a little bit shorter, that he's a little bit taller than me. I would push him outside the paint as much as possible, meet him early as he's running the floor so he can't get deep post position. And then, hell, you talking about prime Shaq, shit, there wasn't nothing a lot of people was doing with that. You know what I'm talking? He's 7'2", 335 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, my highest I weighed in the NBA is 285. Yeah. So that's a lot of weight and a lot of inches in height that I'm giving up against Shaq. So, yeah, he would have been one of that. Between him and Giannis, that probably would have been the two toughest, because Giannis' athleticism and the fact that he can handle the ball and go so fast and, you know, Euro step and do all that stuff, which is, it would be easy to guard if he wasn't so athletic. Yeah. Like, he's able to do a Euro turn to the side. He can either shoot it or dunk it here, or switch hands and dunk with his left. So, yeah, Giannis and Shaq, that's the two.
That's the two. Yeah. Do you, first of all, is it true you would try to come back in the league? I've seen some videos online. Sometimes I've seen some
working out and stuff like that.
Yeah, be working out.
Well, I have wanted to come back, but then it's like now, like, it's almost 4 years removed, and it's like,
is it 4 years removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was way less because just the Lakers winning and coming in. It might be 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.
It just seemed like a long time, but now it's just like I've been doing so much stuff off the court, like with my kids, watching them grow up and stuff like that, and able to really be there for them more because I'm not playing as much. It's like I can't go back the other way now to wanting to play full time like that and put so much energy into it, because I'm a type of person that from playing, once you in, that's the only thing you see is winning. You know what I'm saying? So it's very hard to turn that off. And I've had to turn that off, put down my shield and my cape, and put on my glasses and get my books out and stuff and read and stuff like that with my kids. So it's a little bit different. I still had a love and joy and passion, but now it's like I've kind of shifted that energy into something else.
Okay. You ever considered like being close to a team? Like I'm asking you now. The reason I'm asking is not because of them, because they want to listen to it. I want to give that to my fans because fans know like I'm a student of the game and I always learn things. But I'm listening for me. I want to know what's your mindset and how you got to be. I mean, 3 times defensive player of the year doesn't come like this,
How did I get that? Well, I really believe I could have won it every year I played in the league. Like if I had enough minutes and enough time, I would feel like I could win it. And I say defense is all about conditioning and mindset. Like when I played my prime, I never got tired. Never got tired. So my workout regime was very, very tough in order for me not to get tired in games. So I was able to play. If I had to play 48 minutes, I could play without getting tired, So that is key. That is key, is conditioning. Conditioning brings so much confidence and swag to your game. When you in such good shape, you just like, why you think I smile so much? It wasn't because I'm trying to outshine anybody or do it. It's because I'm like, man, this feels so good. like I'm in shape. Like I'm out here, like I'm able to play how I want to play the whole game, and nobody can stop it. And this is fun because I done practiced doing this every day. So now I get to go out in the game and show everybody what I've been practicing. Man, and it's easy now.
Yes. The thing I was thinking about too, what you're saying, it like, you know, like, what was your, did you have like a weight regimen? Because I remember like watching you play as a young guy, as a younger,
shoulders
like,
and
your
stuff.
shoulders were like, bro, this is not even an over exaggeration.
I did. It's crazy because I couldn't hardly lift when I was in high school. I was a skinny, strong player in high school. When I got to the league my first year, and the older guys in the league was just bullying me a little bit. I wasn't strong enough. So I came back the next year or that summer. I said, you know what? I'm gonna eat weights all summer. That's all I'm gonna do. Nobody's gonna push me around again. And that was my mindset. When I came back next year, I was bigger, and I just wanted to keep getting bigger and bigger because I thought that's what the times calls for. But it kind of hindered me because my shots started to do like this instead of being like this. You know, I couldn't get my follow through and stuff right. I started to get extra fouls because I was just bowing people and thinking I had to bulldoze them to use my strength. So yeah, it was crazy. But my workout regimen, my highest bench press was what, 4?
If he starts with a 4, that's crazy. First of all, if he starts with a 4,
you know, I'm trying to figure out like what. It was one year I just kept trying to max out. You know, I got past. I did 315, 22 times, like 315.
Okay, so it's so crazy. So I have 2 stories for you. I want to see if you remember. One story is when I was doing my draft workouts.
Mm-hmm.
I came to Houston to work out, and you was in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and you looked at me. You was like, "Hey, you lifted before the draft workout?" I was
That was you.
It was me. Yes.
Wow.
So it was me. You was on the lab. I remember Pat Beverly came later. Other guys came later, but I was just lifting and asking about, you know, Papa Nikola would obviously play.
Yeah.
Then,
dang.
And he was looking at me. I was like, I was really young. So
yeah,
I'm really young.
Yeah. Dang, like, I could see it in my head because the weight room was the small weight room that's upstairs. Not the main weight room, but the little okay, yeah, I can see it right now. Yeah. That's crazy.
And it was crazy. I was like, oh man, Dwight Howard's here. He was just, you know, lifting or just like kind of going through your program and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I wish myself, like, you know, I had like huge, because the thing is about like being physically strong, you know, you become mentally strong and you know, being this guy. And my other story I have is that, so in Greece we had a guy, his name was Joey Dorsey.
Yes, that's my twin.
And everybody kept calling him Dwight just because he was just like big.
Yes, that's my twin.
Really?
It's crazy because the first time I met Joey was in this tournament, and I want to say it was Delaware. And I was like, bro, that's my twin. Like, we look alike, he's swole. And you know, shout out to Joey Dorsey, man, but for real, man, he was he really also inspired me to like take my game to a new level because of watching him playing, his work ethic, like, you know, his background, how we came up, and to see him succeed, you know. He was like mini Dwight. He went over to Greece and he was killing it.
And
like,
then he went to Spain, and you know, I met him through the agency and the other guys, so it was great just meeting him. But you know, it's just certain people who like have their not alter ego or their other version, right? Just like you, Dwight, just like Shaq, and they used to say baby Shaq about Sophocles, right?
Yeah.
And now going to that, like, do you remember playing against baby Shaq? Do you remember against Sophocles?
It's crazy, I do. And we were so upset because they were kicking our ass with one play. It was the pick and roll, and baby Shaq would roll, and Spanoodles would pop, and he would either have a jump shot or he would dump it down to baby Shaq, and he'll be right there for the layup. And we played in Japan, and it was the World Games. We lost. I'll never forget baby Shaq in the audience and with the crowd. The game was sick, and I was so young, man. But
how old were you?
I had to be 21.
21 years old. Man.
Yeah, 21 or 22. Maybe younger than that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was, bro. It was Bro,
Yeah.
Dwayne, D-Wade, like everybody.
Everybody was so young, just crazy now that all of us are either retired, about to retire. You know, the game and everything goes by so fast.
I think, and you know, you talk about retiring and everything, but I think like people don't understand, and obviously it's up to you always, but you have so much more to give to the game, so much, and you know, as a player, as a front coach, whatever you want, you know, because like doing that is not easy. It doesn't happen just with talent.
Yeah.
It happens with perseverance. It happens with planning. It happens with regimen, right? And I think, you know, like everybody can, you know, be misunderstood, playing and not playing, and everything. But like, you have to be close to the game. You have to. No, I'm not saying it just to. I don't think you understand how much people like as sinners like need to listen. That's why I asked. The first thing I asked was like, "How'd you got this guy? How'd you like? This is what you did." You know.
I never thought about that.
That's what you did.
I never thought about that. I just, you know, it's like when you have been in something for so long, sometimes you got to step away to kind of like see if you like get the passion back or whatever. And then, you know, also letting go of some things that maybe I could have did better, or the teams that I was on could have did better. But now it's like, man, it's time that went by so fast. You got to let them go. The politics and all that stuff, that's probably what's kept me away from like watching games. And because it's like, man, I should still be playing. I should still be out here. But then it's like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. You on that fence, you know, and so you hate being in that place. But basketball has sure been good to me. Yeah.
Hey, want to thank our sponsors, Gruber Law Offices. I want us to thank Potawatomi Casinos and Hotel and Car Bliss. Thank you guys so much. Back to the show.
We always talk about like point guards, right? And you've had so many of them.
Point guards, yes.
So many of them. Like who is the guy? Is it Steve Nash playing it? Is it, you know, James and Craig and who is the guy? Or you gave me multiple names that you were like, okay, I like this about him. I didn't like this about him.
That I played with? Or?
Yeah, that you played with. That like really.
See, my favorite all time is Jameer. Jameer Nelson. We started together. It's just little Mighty Mouse, little Mir. He used to get the buckets and give me some crazy lobs. And he was always real and honest with me, you know, so, you know, he was a great point guard. Skip to Malou, these are all my teammates. Skip to Malou, Anthony Johnson. Skip did something and Anthony Johnson did something that most people thought they weren't going to do. They led us to the finals. Jameer had got hurt that year, and they both stepped up big, and I haven't seen neither one of them in a while, but, man, if it wasn't for them two in a lot of those games, we wouldn't have made it to the finals. So those my GOATs for point guards. And I know I played with Steve Nash and some really great point guards and stuff like that, but the Magic Boys, we went through some.
The Magic Boys, I like that. The Magic
Boys. We went through some stuff together, so yeah.
It's good. And I like you said like Magic because, okay, so I've had some interactions with Shaq. I've had some interactions with you. You both kind of, I don't want to say kind of have the same energy, the same kind of like feel. So my hand is, and because when I hear this online, I'm like, hey, or you had beef with him or kind of like back and forth. In my head, I'm like, how?
That's what I've been saying.
That's one, how.
Yeah.
And the other thing would be, do you think it's because of Orlando? Because I thought about it, I kind of dissected. I was like, oh, is it because, you know, because he played for Orlando, you played for Orlando as well.
Well, what is that guy? I couldn't change the fact that Orlando had the #1 pick that year. I couldn't change that, but my goal was to be the #1 pick, so I wasn't going number 2. I wanted to go #1, and Orlando had the first pick, so I'm like, I'm going to be the #1 pick. Nothing I ever did was to come at Shaq or try to be like Shaq or try to imitate Shaq, any of that stuff. Like, that's never been who I was. I didn't know about Shaq until 11th grade going into my 12th grade year when the Lakers was playing Philadelphia in the finals.
Yes.
That's the first time I knew about Shaq. And I didn't even know he was, at that time, I didn't even know him and Penny was on the same team in Orlando. I just knew about Penny. I never watched centers until I got to the NBA and I had to become a center. I never watched centers, so for someone to think that, I have some type of animosity or
no, it's
beef.
But it's not just you. It's just, I'll give you an example. Like to me, remember he was asking me about like the GOATs and who is the GOAT, and I said Michael Jordan. I actually should have said Shaq to me because to me, Shaq and those guys, like it's so dominant, it's so like crazy. It's like it's big. Like when I saw you dunk, when I saw you play, like that's the guys like I actually like. But just be honest with you, as a 3-man, obviously MJ and Michael. But the reason I say that is because I see it with Rudy, right? I see it with other big man, and in my head I'm like, man, and I know you said like you never wanted to be like Shaq. I would be actually the total opposite because I would be like, well, I'm the closest thing to him. I would be like, yeah, let me get a little bit of like the greatness of Shaq. The same way people, how many, I guarantee you there's a lot of people who look at you like, man, I want to get a little bit of that greatness of Dwight Howard and how he played and how he dominated the league. I don't think if you don't go 3 times, I don't think other people can ever even think like, bro, I could be the first player of the year so many times. Yeah. So now my question would be like, and I know you might, okay, and this is real. Because we always real. Like, did that ever hurt you? Did I ever feel like, damn, like I really, like, I'm not bothering anybody, but
it didn't hurt me, but it just made me question, like, what's the beef about? Like, what is your true issue with me? Me going to Orlando was not orchestrated by me to copy you. Me going to LA was not orchestrated to copy you. Like, these things never happened. Me getting the Superman name had nothing to do with you. So, to take it and make it seem like I'm either trying to one-up you or disrespect you is like total opposite of who I am. Again, as far as basketball, there's things that I took away from Shaq. The dominance of dunking on people, like trying to break every basketball goal when I dunk. I did take those things. But sometimes when people's attitudes towards you and their actions towards you kind of make you be like, I'd rather not be that type of person because I wouldn't do that. There's tons of players that's in the NBA that are centers, and I could have an opinion and a right to judge and say something about any one of them if I wanted to.
That is true. I mean, to my knowledge, I've never heard you.
Yeah, because
publicly say something about another
nobody.
center.
It's for what? You know what I'm saying? I've publicly said stuff like Rudy should do this and do that, but that's out of love for Rudy. Like I don't have no beef or no quarrels with Rudy. Like it's just for Rudy, for me, from watching Rudy, I'm like, man, for him to get what he's getting, I want to see him dominate, but that's just an opinion. That's not me coming at him as a man or, trying to, every time I get a chance to throw a jab at him or something like that. So, yeah, I always found it kind of strange that, because I played for the Magic and went to the Lakers and then I have a big smile and I like to have fun that I'm trying to copy someone.
Yeah, the reason I asked to just let you know, and I don't want to, is because I didn't experience that. I wouldn't watch television when that was happening. I actually watched the whole thing with Rudy and Shaq and TNT and stuff like that, which I understood because he's only saying it because like I remember there was a time he was talking about Joel Embiid and he used to say all the time like you gotta play better. Like it was almost like they were literally saying like, hey AD, Joel, y'all gotta play better. Which I understand because at least that makes you think like, oh yeah, they want me to play better. They want me to succeed. They want me to be better for this league.
Yeah, but then not if you're taking it too far. Like it's okay to say you want somebody to get better. He could do better, but not belittling someone every chance you get on air. I don't think that's right.
No, that is not the to sustain the communication and saying like, hey, bro, this is what the interest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people won't listen to you if you have an agenda. When you show you don't have an agenda, people will always listen to you.
Yes.
Like, man, I appreciate that.
Because he's not trying to get something from us. And, I don't know.
Yeah, I want. You know what I want to do, too? I want to talk a little bit about, would you ever play in Milwaukee?
It's crazy. I actually, back when the Bucks were, where was I? I was in Houston.
Okay.
And when I was playing for Houston, there was an opportunity where something came up about the Bucks. And I was like, man, that'll be one team that I go to. And this is before y'all had won the championship and Giannis had really skyrocketed. But I was like, yo, I think Milwaukee about to be right. Giannis, it's gonna be over with. He just need somebody in there to hype him up. I said they got a good coach now. I was up for Milwaukee. I said they on the way up. And then a couple years later, championship, MVP. So, yeah.
But okay, so you've played with the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that is, and then I have a game for you, and then, hopefully I don't put you in a bad spot. So, okay, so the game is LeBron, Kobe, or Harden. That's
okay, the game, all right.
Who is a better one-on-one player?
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Why you say why?
Because he can score anybody. And he doesn't have to start with dribbling the ball. His jab, his face up. It seemed like when he was playing, it was catered towards his one-on-one game, but he was doing it with four other people out there on the court. So I'm going to go with Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to invite you over for Christmas dinner?
Who's likely to invite me? Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
He invited me to Thanksgiving dinner at his house one day with his family. So yeah.
A good person? A good guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's leave it at that.
I'm playing, Frank. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Frank. You're a good person, man. You made me Thanksgiving food, man.
So all of them have obviously something in common. They're all signature athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Signature shoe. Did any of them give you like free shoes?
Free shoes from them? No.
From their
Adidas?
No, I'm talking about either Adidas, Nike, or whoever. Like they were all signature shoe.
I had my own signature shoe.
Of course you did. But I'm saying how Dame just gave Jan and Jan gave Dame and like just. You know what I'm saying?
I would love that. Nobody gave me no shoes. Oh, Paul George gave me some shoes one time.
Okay, shout out to PG.
Kawhi Leonard gave me some shoes.
Okay, shout out to Kawhi.
I asked LeBron to get me some shoes. He went and got me the oldest, biggest LeBrons that he had from 2005. I'm like, bro, you got these 2024 bronze coming out, and you giving me the big old boots you don't even wear.
He gave you the retros.
Yeah.
Nah. Who is the funniest?
Funniest player in the league?
No, funniest players out of those three.
Out of those three.
Bron, Kobe.
Bron, by far. Yeah, by far. Yeah, gotta be Bron. I never seen Kobe crack jokes.
Really?
No, I think his jokes would be serious. He'd be people be like, do you want us to laugh, Kobe? But nah, Kobe, I'm gonna go with Bron.
Bron.
Got to.
So I want to walk you back a little bit to year Lakers winning championship in the bubble, right? We all in the bubble, bro. And was he tough? Was he straight? How was it?
The bubble was so crazy, but it was so good at the same time. It was good because, again, I'm a person that likes to, at some point during my year, separate myself from everyone so I could see who should be in my life, who shouldn't be in my life.
Okay.
Just self-reflect, the time of self-reflection. So, everybody got to have one. That's what I did.
So I think, it's a crazy experience, but like when you guys won, What was it like? What was the feeling? What's the first thing you did? You wanted.
There's nothing we could do. We were stuck in the bubble. Like we couldn't go nowhere. We had to party inside the bubble. After that we went to LA to party, but nobody could come outside. So it's like we missed the whole experience. Like I wanted to be able to get out of LA in the parade and walk around the town, like going crazy, but dang, we ain't never get no parade. I'm mad at COVID. Just don't get me no more, COVID. I don't want you.
I'll say one thing, bro. The thing that gets me too, like everybody was having like not a good time in the bubble. But I was with my brother, so I was just chilling, to be honest with you. We going fishing.
Y'all was catching the same fish. I saw.
Yeah, we throw back in. I gotta throw it back in.
But why? That's crazy.
I'm not gonna cook the fish. Like it's this pond. This pond is this big. You know what I'm saying? We're catching the same fish. We gotta throw it back as a sport, bro. We're not really gonna eat the fish.
Did you like the bubble?
So I did not hate the bubble. Let me say that. But I will never do it again. Only if I have that.
That means you'll do it again. You said only if I have to. That means you'll do it again.
If I want to go win a championship and I have to, that's my way to a championship.
So then why they say the bubble championship don't count?
Who said that?
TNT crew.
They did not say that.
Yeah, they did. Look it up.
Oh, they did.
Yes, they did.
Tony,
they said it don't count.
Hit that up. Oh, no. Let me know.
I'm telling you. Yeah, they said it didn't count. A lot of people try to say that the bubble championship was a bubble ring. Like it wasn't real. They got an asterisk by it. Said it's a Mickey Mouse ring.
So let me ask you another question. Do those games count?
The games count.
Exactly. So the championship counts.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. But they've been trying to say that it didn't count because some teams wasn't really trying to win. All the teams wasn't there. It was the COVID year, so it was no fans. Like they try to come up with so many variables to say that this shouldn't be.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that because I was part of it and I understand some teams came ready, some teams didn't, right? And we was a team that during that season we were supposed to. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know, see right here, you guys actually won that championship that year, but we were supposed to win. This ain't no debate because
y'all wasn't gonna beat us.
Okay, so let me say this. This. I think you guys was the most ready team. That is a fact. You guys came in and was just ready and kind of tricked everybody into chilling. You did. You kind of tricked everybody into we don't want to be here.
For the bubble, yeah, let's just play. Yeah.
Let's just play. Okay, you kind of tricked everybody into why are we here? And boom.
Yeah.
Right? Which is okay. You do what you got to do. Win. Now, it was a lot of teams that came out of this and became better. Like if you think about this, look at the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix.
Right?
Yes.
Phoenix came all of a sudden ascended the next year to this Phoenix great team between everybody and people making shots and like Mikal Bridges and the young guys, and Cam Johnson, and David Booker.
What happened to Cam Johnson?
He ended up going to Brooklyn.
Is he still playing?
Of course, in the KG, he's hooping. He's not. I mean, obviously Phoenix. He's not just getting the same coverage
as he was in Phoenix. Yeah,
same coverage.
I ain't heard about
Mikal Bridges went to the Knicks.
Is he still shooting the same? Is he in the slump?
Mikal Bridges. In the beginning, he was kind of.
But
are you even watching the NBA, or you just
How am I knowing this stuff?
Do you are you even watching? Because you're asking me, so I'm assuming you're not watching it.
No, it'd be hard to watch the games. It do. I can't watch them. I can't watch it with sound either. It has to be on silent. I feel like I'm getting 90 years old. I can't watch nothing with sound on it. I have to watch everything with mute on. So just look at the captions.
You just really stayed off the grid, just really disappeared. Really.
And just grinding and working on things to get better at, reading with my kids, traveling.
Love the podcast, by the way. Shout out to Above the Rim. Man, if people go listen, please go to subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Go spam his socials with everything. But bro, you gotta stay close to basketball. I know you know you got a lot of stuff going in life, but
it's so hard.
Stay with
It's so hard. It's so hard, and it's so good to hear you say that. It's just been crazy because I've been playing basketball since I was 3 years old, and I'm 39 now, about to be. So it's like it seemed like it's been such a long time, and it went from the love of the game to now you add politics to it. So it's like, oh, I just want to play basketball, but now I got politics and GMs and agents and managers worried about everything except making sure Dwight can play at 100% every night. Mentally, I'm good. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot on someone. And, you know, I managed it for a long time, but you know, now it's like I want to give that energy and that mental capacity to my kids so they can understand it.
Yeah, I was talking about depression before too. Like, it's real. Like, just, you know, playing, not playing, with me, you know, just me being hurt, trying to come back. And you, like, do you feel, I have this demeanor, you know, I don't want people to see me like that. I always say that, like, don't see me like that, don't see me like that. I'm zeroed in. But, like, for you now, like, I know you got some stuff keeping you sane, right? Dancing with the Stars, you got the Above the Rim, right? You got all this thing, and your kids, number one, keeping you, like, sane. But, like, do you ever feel like, nah, I'm supposed to be out there, I'm supposed to be...
Yeah. There's been some times where I'm like, man, I can do that right now. I can still play. I can go out there, play 15 minutes. But it's like, what do I got to prove? What am I doing it for? Like, just to say everybody I can still play, or, you know, like, why? What am I showing? Like, why am I putting my body through all this? I don't think people know how much stress your body goes through playing in the NBA.
Have you changed your regimen? Have you changed now that you don't play?
Yeah, I've had to. Because I'm not lifting the same. I don't need to be as big and bulky as I was because I'm not in the trenches no more. I don't think people know how the paint is like really trenches down there. Like, it's hitting going on, it's punching, it's fighting. It's a lot going on down there. So it's like, I did a lot of that hitting, man. Now I'm just trying to chill, eat some Raisin Canes, and do videos with Jesse.
With Jesse, I feel you on that. I feel you on that, man. First of all, I want to take more of your time, man. I really appreciate you for coming in and giving us the gems.
Yes,
defense sir. Defense and stuff. One thing I want to say to you, bro, stay close to basketball. I know, like, you just might feel like, yeah, that was just me playing. That was it, whatever. Like, you being Defensive Player of the Year so many times, you being an NBA champion, you being a slam dunk, you being this amazing product for the NBA for so long, it doesn't come by a fluke. It doesn't come by chance, right? You've done something right. So take all those rights and give it back as much as you can. I'm not saying this, you know, that's your decision to make, but I think, you know, it's just the balance of the universe, you know, and
you absolutely right. You for that. I appreciate that, man. You just gave me some more wings. Thanks, Red Bull. The immortal one.
I do have that effect. On people. I do have that effect. Thank you guys. You know what? Hey, please go and follow Dwight Howard on his socials. Go, please, spam his socials. Go crazy on his podcast, Above the Rim. Please, please, please. Like, comment, subscribe. The show has been amazing. You guys, without you guys, this doesn't happen. Thank you guys so much. Want to thank our sponsors, Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. I want to thank Potawatomi Casinos and Hotels. Thank you guys so much for being together with us from the beginning. Want to thank our other sponsor, Car Bliss. You guys have been amazing. And Candy Fine House. Hey, see you on the next podcast. Ciao. Thanalysis is recorded at No Studios, Milwaukee's creative hub and production studio.